The state of mind of the divine mind, divine harmony that you get from your breath and the gratitude, opening your heart, make that heart connection with the card. Then do a memory divination and let a memory come out. And you notice what I did with the memory. I asked, what does it have to teach me? What can I learn from it? And you know, the lesson being that that sometimes, you know, you are unexpectedly called. Your name comes up, as it were, something where you have an inner inkling, and then it manifests on the outside, and the inside and the outside becomes one, and there is this awakening. That was kind of like the lesson that I took from it, to let go of doubts and trust in intuition, and thus in the expanded self. And this is my own personal touchstone then to that card, the judgment card. I also did a little movie, let a cartoon develop. Now what I would do is I would give myself about 24 hours, maybe a little bit longer, and be on the lookout for synchronicities. I mean, wouldn't it be funny if I ran across a horn, or someone calls my name, a long-lost friend, and they holler, and I turn around, you know, who's that? And it's some long-lost friend, or who knows, the kinds of synchronicities that I'll be aware of in the next day as I read this chapter on judgment. And I'm sort of filling my mind with my understanding about this card, as then the synchronicities that happen will help me understand the card too. That way, I'll be drawing upon my own intuition and the synchronistic world to teach me about the card, and it won't be strictly a matter of book learning. Like I say, the book learning is fine, but you don't want to lose out from our general purpose here in developing the art of divination, to remember that ultimately its purpose is to awaken you to your own intuition so that you can see divine order in events around you, and so that you can learn how to tune in and be your own divining rod. So if you were to rely strictly on the books and what it says in the books and leave it at that, it would seem like kind of a rote thing. It would seem like it was set in concrete, that this was something that was kind of like fixed. In fact, the truth of the matter is that your own intuition kind of governs how you work with the cards. You can certainly be knowledgeable of symbolism and tradition and history by the reading, but then you'll be able to pull it together. You get into kind of a flow space of thinking and talking, and as you talk it out, more information comes to you. Like it was for me, a new day. I was like crowned king, you know, that day. I went from a mere mortal to the Valentine king. Certainly not deserved in the sense of her favorite suitor or what have you, is just somehow a part of destiny. And the being chosen itself, or that announcement, that judgment, as it were, that was a lot more significant than the actual fact of going through it, that nothing really had changed. I was still my ordinary self. She danced with all the other boys and not with me. But at the same time, I was no longer the same, because somehow it's like as a hand coming down out of the sky and saying, Henry, we know what you've been thinking, and yes, we want you to realize that we're aware of you, and we want you to be aware of us. Sort of like, you know, the higher self talking or something like that. So this is now a process that I'd like you to do, and see how it goes for you. And then I think that you will be in a much, much better frame of mind to work with the tarot deck as an intuitive act rather than as some kind of formula, which wouldn't be very intuitive and would kill it, would really kill the spirit of it. So you've seen me do it. It's very easy, very natural, and I know that you'll be able to do it yourself. Just get into the flow and be sincere in the enjoyment of the flow of the breath. Really feel yourself embracing the card. Really just allow the memory to come and play with it and so on. And then look at the card and see what you got and see what kind of a connection that you can make. And it doesn't matter if you feel like that you're making up the connection. That doesn't really matter, because it's a storytelling. Divination is a story. It's you telling a story about reality. You're making up a story of reality that may then reveal some interesting things that we hadn't seen before and allow us to walk into that reality in a different way. And that is the purpose of divination, because it helps you then become a co-creator, realize your own role in the flow, the scheme of things. You're not the boss. You're not in control, you're in a flow, but you're a participant, you're a co-creator. So enjoy that. Let the divination process help you discover that. And if you then discover that play of the divine mind within you, then you will have realized the spiritual purpose of divination. So with that, I wish you very good luck, and looking forward to being with you in the next video seminar on divination, in which we're going to explore some divination games to broaden your perspective about it. But until then, practice the getting into divine mind, practice doing the intuitive heart discovery process, and with the memory divination, work with some of the tarot cards until you really are establishing a relationship with them. And until then, let yourself be born anew. So long. Bye-bye.